Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the books in me, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now
ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tag! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
You look at this Eagle defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
19, ready, ready?
To throw, here's Ward.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Motion, KC.
Throwing now, Ward. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 60. Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in the cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. That is caught.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Ready,
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
ready. 70 Timberwolves, go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Manuel.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle. The Titans at 7-5 now in the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
18, Pioneer. Here we go. Strike. 70 red. Cougar.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates. 7 Pop. Dragon. 6. You're not. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
To throw is Ward.
And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Warriors. 70.
Ward now working out of the gun.
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And his kick here is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Looking to put a drive together.
Bombers. Oh, my son.
Throwing Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts. This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
Now a first carry here for their running back.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Ward. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And there to break that one up, that was Jacorian Bennett. You look at this Eagle defense.
And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On the jump. Cowboy 80. Panther 18 Cardinal. 18. Go.
Now Ward. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Ward.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Project S. This is what you want.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Again, it's Ward.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
79, Viking 18.
Ward. That completes it again to Metcalf.
It is picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing again here, Ward. They'll find Metcalf.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Off play action, Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Okay, break.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Again, it's Ward. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Now 3rd down and 7.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 20, 10, touchdown, Titans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans have regained the lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Two things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Bombers.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And now they'll shift things around. Now it's Nix.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Go! 60 Maverick, 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Ward. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Viking, 18. Ready, right?
To the air again, Ward. Pass complete to Odunze. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw again. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans had 6 to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And now it's blocked. The Eagles have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back. And the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
To throw, here's Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6. After a 48-yard line.
Here's Nix.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36.
Here we go.
First down, Eagles.
Nix to
His throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
now they'll change things up.
Bombers.
Here's Nix once more.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Ready.
To throw is Nix.
And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich of these, bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on the camouflage girls. Diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Ready. Chill.
Back to the air with Nix.
This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. To throw is Ward.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Tough series from the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
To throw, here's Ward. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. On now is the Titans punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The final shot before break. Nix throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Powering his way forward. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as we get this up to about the 42.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Tracy trying the right side.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
To the right, yeah. Captain.
Throwing Nix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Nix. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 2. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, they'll run it here. And we'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Throwing is Ward. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And the tight end goes in motion left. 2nd and 14.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Past the 35. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
First down.
Get it, get it, get it.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Winston.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll take this all the way down to the
15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Now they'll audible to something else.
To the right, yep.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hey, Sean, let's go! Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Khalil Shakir.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Watch it. Do it.
Ain't with my type of activity, then don't you get involved.
70, step on it. 70 Lions. Ready.
Throwing now, Ward. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Ward. They'll get this into the hands of the Doom Zone. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
35-yard line.
Hawk 70.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Ward to the left side into the hands of Odunze.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Ward.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Next to score, Titans 30, Eagles 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now it's Nix. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Shaw.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Pass complete to Shakir along the sideline.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Available weapon on the play. And an Eagle
back to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Working out of the gun here, Ward.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
70 Lions. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check, hurt. Go.
Here's Ward. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with the mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
70 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jalen Carter in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Bronco 80. 76, Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun. Moore. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a 2nd and 2.
Bombers. Chill.
Operating from the gun, here's Hicks. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 4th quarter, every drive so critical. You figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Nix to the air.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's Nix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
To throw is Nix. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Nix looking to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They're going. It's Nix. That is incomplete.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Titans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
40, Eagles 21.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he's going to be stopped cold but good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and
1. Looking to throw. Nix.
Finding Shakir across the formation.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix.
Now he fires deep for Shakir.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. And now an audible here into something else.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Nix to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
And the Titans are going to recover the football.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that is incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ward off the play fake. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Listen, when you've got a guy with 3 touchdown catches back pocket already, you can guarantee they're going to keep looking for him, and you can also guarantee he's going to keep asking for the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
Throwing is Ward. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So not only did they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, quick throw there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, this is the ideal situation. And got his man complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 88 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Captain. Oh, my son!
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
All right, hold on, son. Hey, bombers.
Off the play fake, Nix.
He's going to go up top again.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Winston. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks.